Well, hello, my beautiful nail babes and nail friends. Welcome back to the channel where I am Miss Nail Struggles herself, and I try to eliminate your nail struggles by trying all the nail things so you don't have to. But anywho, we are gonna just jump right into a couple things today because guess what? I know it's been a minute, but your girl is on a journey to become a nail instructor. So I have been in school, and that's what takes up all of my time in addition to working my full-time job, then going to school at night. Got a lot of stuff going on, and then family and all that other stuff that happens when life starts to try to life you a little bit. But anywho, if you're new, welcome to the channel. I want to just welcome you. Come on and hit the button, hit the subscribe button. If you're old but new, we welcome you so much. Thank you so much for coming back, because you know I love and appreciate you so very much. So today's treat is by welcome of Madam Glam. La 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 la, Madam Glam. All right, and so guess what, people? Guess what we are about to do? We are about to dive right into the video. All right, people, I just want to show you all some things that I have gotten, some glam goodies from Madam Glam. If you don't know Madam Glam, they are, you can find them a lot of times on Instagram, and that's where they find a lot of their good little, demonstrations and things of items it is that they sell. Typically, you can find things at great prices. They do offer VIP memberships where you pay a certain amount of money and go into account. Then you go in and you buy yourself some polishes, okay? But, selfless plug here. Go ahead and use the code NailStruggles for 30% off. If you don't use it, it's okay. You don't have to. You can go ahead and shop the way you want, but it does help me to feed back into the channel. But I thought I would show you all, if I can get this open, some goodies that they sent me. So as you will see here, these are gel paints. Okay, so maybe I can go in a little bit on there. Okay, so you'll see that these are gel paints. Okay, this is not the traditional polish and that I typically would get from them, and I want you to see these so that you will actually know how to use them, because I know there's a lot of things between soft gels and hard gels and regular polish and hard gels in the bottle and now these gel paints, and you're like, okay, what's the difference? Okay, all right, let me help you. Okay, if you don't know, the gel paints are very different because you can use them and they don't cure with a tacky layer. So basically, if you were on top using them on top of a finished file nail such as this, you'd be able to polish or paint or do whatever it is that you need to do, and there's no sticky layer. Okay, once they cure, they are good to go. So these are a great option too. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. This can be a great option too for those of you who may do a lot of polish designs, especially on top of matte, or you are trying to move between like a matte and a shiny design, and maybe the base polish is matte and you're like, crap, I gotta put the polish on top. Do I need to put a top coat over it? And with the gel paints, you don't need a top coat for them. Okay, and they also cure, like I said, without the inhibition layer that is on top. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you all some colors to show you what the colors actually look like, because I know some of us sometimes, especially those of us, I am a working nail tech, and so sometimes I like to see things, to see the colors, to be like, oh, is that the tint red that I like or blue? So I'm just go ahead and show you. So let's move on. All right, so for those of you who might ask me what I'm doing, I use some regular nail brushes. I have a couple of them that I like to use. I do like to use nail art brushes that are from a company named YN. I won't say their full name, but it kind of says that. Then I seen, these inexpensive brushes that you can find on all of those cheap websites. And then to clean off my brush, I just use this thing called a gel cleanser, and all it is a 50-50 mix of 91% isopropyl rubbing alcohol and acetone. So it kind of works for what it is that I'm trying to do. So this is the first color, and as you see, that is this very gorgeous, almost blood red. So for those of you that were looking for like that beautiful polish that is like blood red, there you go. I also use these Scotch shop towels as my like little lint-free wipes. I have to cut them up. I have some other lint-free wipes in that I like to use, and maybe one day I'll show you all what it is that I like to use. But these are just very good because guess what, especially if you were trying to use them to make some type of French nail design, and that you can just use them to go right over top, and you don't have to worry about whether or not these are going to cure. You just go ahead, paint that bad boy right on, just like that. And in this case, all I have to do is just, fix it from the outside, and probably messed up my line a little bit there. But you know what? You all are getting the point here, ladies and gentlemen. The whole point is for you to just be able to see the polish colors and stuff like that. So I like being able to use some of these polishes as the on the top color. My outlining is not that great. I probably will go ahead and fill this in, but the whole point is for you to be able to see the color, how smoothly it goes on. It goes on very, very thin. So for those of you who were looking to do like French nails, you wanted to see the opacity of the colors in that, that's what it is that I'm trying to show you right now. Okay, so there's the red gel polish, and as you see, has great opacity. My French is starting to look a little unfrenchy here, but you know, the whole point is that I wanted you to all see how easily the polishes, the gel paints actually paint on, and that you can use them to give you good coverage in that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the red to the side, and then we're gonna go ahead and continue with, you know, the next colors, because who doesn't want to see all of these beautiful colors? Next but not least, you know, next we have gel. We have this pink, and I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna make this a little bit more simply for us by just kind of showing the color polishes on a swatch stick, because I don't want to sit here and just draw Frenches all night, because who wants to see that? So I'm going to dip this in, and I'm going to show that pink, and that way, you know, for those of you who don't know how to polish, this is just my method. I like to take a bead of polish and kind of push it up to the corners, because that's what just helps me not to pull out the cuticle. All right, and then as we see, I'm pulling that polish, that in this case the gel paint, all the way down, and you can see that it is very smooth, it is very creamy, has great opacity. I'll make sure I put that, as you see, it's like that light white base pink. So for those of you that may have been looking for that white base pink in that's for your collection, there you go. All right, next we have one of my favorite colors that I do like to use, because you know what, it is never too early to start thinking about all these holidays and stuff that's coming, because I swear, am I the only one that thinks that this year is just going by just a little bit too fast? I'm like, look here, 23. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hopefully for those of you who is maybe not the best year, that maybe that's a good thing for you, but I'll be honest with you, I finally have a good year, and I'm like, I'm loving it, but at the same point in time, it's like, geez, oh, peas is going fast. So my love and light to those of you who are maybe having a rough year. This has been a rough start for you. I want you all to know that it's not going to stay forever. Don't give up, okay? Don't give up. Please don't. You know, just give life a chance. I know even when life is life and you, sometimes just give life a chance, because I'm telling you, I have been there in some very, very dark nights, very, very dark days, when it seemed like life just won't unlife me. All right, so you'll see in the camera that this looks a little more almost carrot orange, but I guarantee you it is more close to, or a little bit smidget darker than that. That is that Halloween orange that you were looking for. So if you were trying to pair a nice good orange with that black, especially, oops, there we go, for Halloween, that would be the color for you. All right, so that is the orange gel paint. All right, we're gonna move right along, because guess what, people, we're not trying to be here all night with showing all of these polish colors in that, but we still want to see them all, don't we? Yes, we do, because that's just how it is. We want to see the goodness. We want to see the goodness. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hit this yellow. So I want you to know that this yellow is definitely that mustard yellow. Okay, I mean, it is a bright mustard yellow. So for those of you that were looking, I don't know, I got like a deformed swatch stick that's going on here right now. here. Nevertheless, this is definitely one of those beautiful mustard yellows. Definitely would be great to use for like daisies for the summer. You're trying to use for making flowers and different things like that, especially if you're trying to cure on the top. Like I said, these are gel paints, so gel paints cure without that inhibition layer. So there is yellow, and it is exceptionally bright. All right, next we have green. Okay, this is the green gel paint, and the best way that I could say this, I hate that it's past, you know, Lucky Tides Day, basically, you know, St. Patrick's Day, but this is that perfect like St. Patrick's Day green. Okay, you can also use this for your hollies for Christmas, and you definitely want to think about using this for some parts of your mistletoe if you're not looking for a completely dark green. But I would have to say that's probably where these fall. So if you're trying to make some really bright green leaves, then you probably would want to use this. But I would definitely say St. Patrick's Day, or you know, you were definitely trying to figure out some green accents. So there you go. So it looks a little more neon in the camera, but it's not. It's close to it, but not quite. Okay, so there is your green gel paint. All right, we got some other colors here, because I mean, we are just trying to move along. And then next we have this beautiful, I mean absolutely beautiful royal blue color, and probably one of my favorite colors. Okay, I'll tell you a little something about me. One of my favorite colors is blue, because it's just, blue is just one of those colors. It could be any shade of blue, and it's just like, it's very difficult for me to hate blue. And it's just like, I don't get me wrong, it's funny, I love blue, but I don't really care for the super light blues. So, but it's hard to hate it. But at the same point in time, this is my shade of blue, where it is that beautiful royal blue. Okay, so let me get that in the camera for you. And camera right now, I know it almost looks purple, but I tell you, it's not. It is a true royal blue, like a royal bright blue. So if that's what you were looking for, let me see if I can switch the settings on my camera to help, you know, make you see this a little bit better. Let's just try that. Let's see. Nope, still looks purple in the camera. I tried, people, but I'm telling you, this is a brilliant blue. So if you were looking for that type of brilliant blue, like I am, because I am a sucker for blue and black are the two colors. It's like, don't even get me started. I probably have too much of both color in my wardrobe, especially black, because, you know, there's eggshell black, there's off black, there's reedy black, there's gray black. There's no lack of black that you can get. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite colors, because I can just never go wrong with it. All right, next, people, we have purple gel paint. So the purple gel paint, I'm just going to swish this over the top. I'm gonna try to switch this over the top. All right, I probably don't have enough of here on my brush. No, I do not, but I just show you, because I mean, this is called nail struggles. You're supposed to be able to see all the things I'm struggling with. So I tend to, I'm gonna show you, I'll slice my gels that are in a pot like this. I don't take the entire realm off the bottom of this, off the jar, and that's because I found that if I do that with my gel polishes and gel paints, they tend to seep out everywhere, and that is a pain in the cakes for me. And so I tend to just slice this like cross on the top of them, and then that way the seal stays around the edge of the paint of the pot, and that way I don't have to worry too much about leakage in that. All right, so here's the purple gel polish, and as you see, beautifulness, royal beautifulness, just beautifulness. And you can see the opacity, because like I said, it is easy to paint on. It's just like the red color I showed you with. You can line with this, you can paint with this, you can do your flowers with this, you could do, you know, your accent nails and that with this. That's what these paints and that are for. And especially, like I said, they cure without an inhibition layer. So you definitely want to check them out if you don't have any, because believe it or not, I have found uses for the gel paints in my collection, because I have had clients, they come, they want different flowers, or they change their mind about the finish they want, or be like, no, I think I want a matte color or something that's on the top, and I'm sitting here like, how the heck am I going to do this and give you what you want? And when I've already like did your nails and stuff too, and now you want me to polish a shiny French, but I have a matte on the top, which is like, okay, how do I hold this in there while I make sure I don't get the top coat everywhere and stuff? So gel paints can come in good for that, and it's good, like I said, for your on the top finish colors. Next, we have brown, and this is definitely your nice milk chocolate brown. That's what this is. This is one of those beautiful, just like milk chocolate browns. So if you were using this is definitely, if you were trying to use it for your scarecrows for Halloween, if you were trying to use this for your tree trunks because you're trying to do some type of spring nail art or something like that, or, you know, who knows, might be Wizard of Oz or some crap. Who knows? So I want you all to see that is the brown gel paint, basically almost like a chestnut brown. Okay, so hopefully you got to see that. All right, we are moving right along, and one thing I can tell you, I have not cured them yet, and they are kind of just sitting on my desk, and they are not running anywhere, and that is important to me, because a lot of times when you are doing art, especially, that sometimes gel polishes have a tendency to run, and if you are sitting there and you're trying to move from one to another, or you're trying to move from one piece of art to another, and you're like, oh, I just don't want you to move, sometimes that is where gel paints and that come in. Okay, so let's go ahead and close up this brown, go on to the next, which is the gold. All right, so we have gold. Now these are good. Now I think I'm gonna use this to line, because I think that it'll be important. We can see what it looks like two different ways. I'm going to show us what it looks like on the swatch stick, and I'm going to show us outlining something. Okay, so let's go ahead. You can see that it is this beautiful, probably shouldn't use this brush, now this brush is ruined to be glitter. Should have got the glitter brush, but anyway, and you can see the opacity of this gold. It is a beautiful shiny gold. So look at that. Look at that. Okay, it has, I would definitely say that it's definitely a true gold. It doesn't have hints of champagne or anything with it. It is definitely a true dimensional gold. So if you were looking for that, or you like this as like a base nail before you add rhinestones, that's what colors like this are extremely good for. So if you didn't know that, It's always good if you have rhinestones to paint the background of the nail close to what the primary backing of the color of the rhinestone is. Okay, this helps to make it look like though that the entire nail is filled in and doesn't have you don't have to worry about looking like there's a bunch of spots. Okay, so that's very, 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 very important. Now what I am going to do, because I want to show you how that gold lines, because you may have designs and everything is matte, but someone wants a shiny gold line and you just like, you know, seriously, you're gonna do this to me? You're gonna do this to me in my life right now, aren't you? Of course you are. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use that red kind of French, you know, even though I know it's a funky French that's going on right here, and use this gold kind of just to show you like how you can use this to outline and that it stays put. And that is what I find to be very, very important. So, you know, don't laugh about all of my art skills here, people, because I have been learning, been trying to take my time to do better at art. It's funny because most of my clients actually want flowers on their nails all the time. It's really interesting, and so yeah, I've had to learn how to become really, really good at flowers. So flowers and then some Frenches. So even though this is a funky French right now, I'm just trying to show you how you can use it to outline. And like I said, I ain't the best at this right now, but I'm getting there. Okay, got some training classes that's coming up for myself because I'm always trying to improve. All right, so we did that, and the whole point of me showing you what I did here was so that you'll be able to see that the gel paints don't move. They don't move all over the place. Okay, so I'm getting that in the camera a little bit more. As you see, they're not flowing. It's not flowing all the way around. It's not moving anywhere, and that's what you want in a gel paint, especially if you're trying to do artwork with it or you're trying to do extreme line work. I know it's a whole lot of y'all that's a whole lot better at all of that stuff than I am. It's okay, but guess what? I'm getting there. I'm learning, and you're gonna learn with me. All right, my beautiful nail friends, so these are your spectacular gel paint colors, so that you have them, you know, starting from my left to your right, which would be red, pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, brown, and gold. Okay, so I'll make sure to zoom in a little bit so that you can see those colors, but just to let you know too that you can also use them to paint nails. Now, like I said, best use for art if you're not going to cover them, but I personally do like to top coat everything, even if you're doing art. But if you needed something and you're like, oh my god, I need to do some art and I need it not to have a sticky layer that's on top, ba-da-da-da, la 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 la, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So we have all of our wonderful gel polishes and paints that are here. Your paint gel, your gel paints that are from Madam Glam. And shameless plug again, you can also use my code NailStruggles for you to get 30% off. So there we go. All right, but then, you know, my word of wisdom for today, I kind of gave it during the middle of the video, and that is just don't quit, people. Okay, because sometimes life will life you hard, and even when that happens, don't give up. Don't let other people's opinion of you matter about how it is you should move in your life. Okay, so keep moving even if you feel like an imposter. Okay, that is my word of the day. And so you know what it is that I am about to say, and that is life is too short to have boring nails, so don't. And we're out.